Is there a child in here that we heard crying before?
That was like a whistle. Yeah.
Ghost Dimension.
Hi, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well on the second day of the week. I heard I heard Bex this morning kind of give my little secret away, which some of you already knew. If I'm able, I start about 15 minutes earlier so I can get a few more reads in and what have you. So, but she wasn't supposed to tell everybody, right? And I thought, oh, I guess I have been doing that. So anyway, lit the candle. We're ready to rock and roll. And I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm going to start, though, today by telling you a story and a half, okay? So, you know, we've talked about spirit a lot when I come on with you guys, and you know, when Bex and Sean have been on, and people always ask, you know, how do we know if it's a loved one, or you know, how do they show themselves, or can I hear them, or am I able to see them? Everybody has that ability, right? So sometimes, though, and I've talked about this a little bit, we miss the signs that are kind of put out in front of us, or we don't we don't recognize them as being a sign or a communication from a loved one on the other side. So last week, starting about Thursday, I kept hearing in my head, and I got this notion inside me to watch a baseball game. And here in Michigan, it's the Detroit Tigers, okay? I love baseball. I played baseball. I know a lot of you in the UK don't do baseball. Soccer's the big thing over there. But baseball has always been a part of my life. And I played when I was in grade school. I played when I was in high school. I played A-ball when I was out and an adult. And I love baseball, although I can't play anymore. I used to go to games all the time when I lived down in Detroit. And I used to go see my nephews play, my friends play. It's a great game. But I haven't watched it in a number of years. And the reason I'll tell you in a minute. I kept hearing in my head, you need to watch a ball game. You need to watch a ball game. All day Thursday, I kept hearing, you know. So I got online and I looked at the TV guide, and there was nowhere I could see them play. So I kind of blew it off and did some other things before I went to bed that night. And the next day I got up and it was in my head again. And I'm like, okay, well, then I lost power and I lost the internet. So it was kind of a moot point at that time anyway. I couldn't watch anything, let alone communicate with anything or watch a ball game. So power was out, came back on, went back out, came back on. And on Saturday, it came back on, and I heard this again, or Sunday, it came back on, I'm sorry. And it was on about noon, I think the power all came back on, and the internet. So in my head again, for no reason that I could think of, I kept hearing the Tigers, you need to watch the Tigers. So I pulled up the guide again, and lo and behold, there was a Tiger game on. They were actually playing Toronto, Canada, here in Michigan. So I put it on and I was watching it. And as I started watching it, I could gently hear some comments in my head. And then I started remembering some things. I started remembering when I used to take my dad to the ball field to watch the Tigers play. And 71 years old, he stood up on a seat in the stadium and started yelling at the umpire, "Are you blind? Are you blind?" And I'm like, oh my gosh, he can hardly walk, and he's standing on a seat yelling at the umpire. Well, my dad played when he was in his teens on that field. It was then Nellis Field, and he got to play ball there. And he was always active with the kids, with the grandkids. He umped, he coached, he did it all. And when I became the adult, I took him out and to the ball game. So I'm watching this and all this is flooding into my head, all of it, right? And I'm like, this still wasn't making the connection. I watched the game and I was grinning to myself about all those familiar stories. And I remember the last time I really watched a ball game was when my dad was in the hospital. And back then, hospice wasn't really a thing. And my dad had congestive heart failure. He had kidney failure. And they also found out that he had bone cancer. And his family doctor told us he'd be gone within the month. So my mom and I split time. My brother would come down and see him, and the grandkids would stop in at the hospital and see him. But the last time I watched a game was when I watched it with my dad. And they were playing in Florida in the preseason, what they call the preseason. And he passed later that day, okay? When I left to go to work, I watched an hour and a half of the game with him, and we were watching it. And about an hour after I left, he went into a coma, and like I said, that evening he passed. So that was kind of all bringing into my world of thinking. And then all of a sudden, I thought, what day is today? And I heard, thank you for watching the ball game, daughter. And I was like, okay, that was weird. Okay. And then I looked at the calendar, and because I've been kind of not really paying attention to days and times very much, I mean, literally, I thought Friday was Saturday this past week. And I looked, and it was my dad's birthday. So how fitting was it that I watched something with him that was such a passion with him, the baseball game, and know that spirit connects with us in many ways. And I never forget my dad's birthday, but this year I let the calendar go by and I didn't realize. So him and I watched a ball game while he's in spirit, communicating with me and sending me love and me sending him back love. So you never know. You just have to kind of be open to what's going on. And you can't make stuff up like that. I mean, it was the perfect day. It was his birthday. And again, it's the first time I've watched baseball since 1993. So it was a great thing. And I just want you all to know, you never know when spirit's going to be around. You never know when they're going to kind of send you a message or, you know, what have you, but it's always positive. It's always love, or it's given in a loving way so you can make choices as you move forward. For me, it was a great day. It made me feel good, and it made me feel connected to my dad. And my dad doesn't talk a lot. He never talked a lot in real life. He was kind of a quiet guy. My mom was always the one that talked all the time. And but I love my dad. I miss my dad every day. But that just shows you they're around us all the time. So, okay, getting down to business. Hello, everybody, and good afternoon and good evening. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Mel. Hi, Kay. How are you? I hope, and it like jumped on me again. Okay, hang on. Going down. There's Kay. That's where I started. Oh, what is this thing doing? This is like weird. Okay, here we go. All right, Kay, Mel, hi. Lisa's here. Yoda's here. Hey, Yoda, how you doing? Oh, I said I was going to tell you a story and a half. I'll tell you another one in a little bit. But you'll see it. I'll send it over to Sean so he can, hi, Deb, so he can maybe use it on Friday. All right. I see everybody saying hi to everybody. Yoda. Deb D. Hi, Deb. Hi, Demon. Hi, Marie Taylor. How are you? Nice to meet you. You know what? That is really cool, Marie Taylor, because you know what? My daughter's name is Taylor Marie. So isn't that cool? That's just cool. That means somebody's watching over my daughter too. So that is awesome. Thank you for stopping in. And you know what? I will. Because of that, I will. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, Pip and Mango are here too. Yep. Mango's kind of quiet today. Tux is actually not feeling real well today. I had to give him some medication, and hopefully, I think he's got a respiratory infection, and hopefully he'll get over it. But he's on antibiotics, being babied, And Mango and Pip, I don't know what they're doing. They've been really weird today. All righty. So Marie Taylor, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So whether or not you know it or not, I will tell everybody again. I picked the 7th card. The 7th card is seven's a sacred number. There's 7 directions, and there's 7 grandfather teachings that were given to me. Plus, there are 7 shows up in a lot of different cultures for a very blessed number. Okay, so your card today is the dream catcher. Okay, actually, that was a dream catcher I made. Hey, I love making them. They're really cool. Okay, so all right. First one of the day. All right. So what are they going to tell us about Marie Taylor? Okay. There's 2 things. I'm being shown that there is a turtle. I got to do it right. Turtle on the stream catcher, and above it is the prayer tie. If you can see, it's a little bit of a red. Okay. So the dream catcher symbolizes a couple things. First of all, a lot of people know that you put it up to ward negativity, to ward off bad spirit, to help get you more positive dreams and dream state. It helps when people have a lot of stress and anxiety in their life. And what it does is the good goes through the holes on the dream catcher, yeah, and the negative sticks in the web. And that's just like a spider that would create it. And that's where the origin of the dream catcher comes from anyway, is grandmother spider. So what I'm seeing for you is a lot of it is negative stuff that's been kind of surrounding you, not from you, but around you. So it's the people kind of on the outside of your sacred circle. So the sacred circle represents everybody and everything that's important to you, most important to you, whether it's relationships, people, places, whatever. But you hold that sacred, okay? But it's like, I feel you want to almost like expand that. And it's not really that easy to do because I keep feeling like, again, it's like all this chaotic negative energy around you. And I want to say it's related to one thing. It's not related to a bunch of things. It's either something you want to do, somebody you want to meet, that kind of a thing. So you want to like open your circle so you allow more things in it. And okay, yep. Okay, so the turtle represents a few things, and that's in the center of this particular dream catcher, and this is what they're pointing to me today. And the turtle represents a few things. It's also an earth medicine because they are more on the earth, but they can go into the water, so it's about adaptability. And it's also about take it slow, okay? As we all know, the story of the turtle and the hare, the turtle goes really slow, okay? But there's always reasons for that. You don't always have to be the first one to do something. You don't always have to be the first one to the end of the road. You go a little bit slower, you'll pick up more knowledge, you'll see more things that you may have missed. And this is what I'm being shown for you. Spirit's kind of putting stuff around you to protect you from the negativity, and they need to have you just let that go. And as you're moving forward, concentrate on all the good things that are going on in your life right now. And you do have blessings. And I kind of heard like a laugh, like, yeah, I got blessings. But you do. We all have blessings. And never think that we have the worst of it. You know, just kind of look around the world and you'll see a lot of people are worse off than ourselves. But this is really important that you also... I don't know if you can see it, but I had around the turtle itself, okay, around the turtle itself, all the way around, I have 7 little jade turtles, okay? So again, this is part of the turtle clan. This is also part of your spirit family, people that have either walked with you and passed over, or people that passed over before you were walking on this earth. These are the spirits that keep you safe and keep you try to anyway, keep you on the right direction. So kind of let stuff go. Don't kind of acknowledge that negativity or the chaos that's around you. If you don't acknowledge it, you're not feeding energy into it. And that's where a lot of us get caught up in, is we kind of get caught off of defending ourselves, or not really even defending ourselves, but just getting kind of agitated with all these people. Just let it go. If you don't engage, it doesn't receive energy and it dies down. So they're protecting you, you're protected around you. Take life a little slower so you're able to see what you need to see in order to move forward in positives, and you know, enjoy life. Take time to enjoy life and see what's around you. Okay, I hope that resonates with you a little bit, Marie. Marie Taylor, I love it. I love it. My daughter will laugh and say I'm goofy. All right, so hello, Miss Cindy. How are you, Miss Silly? Miss Silly Girl. I love seeing that you're getting out and around and looking at all kinds of new stuff. That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Now I'm going to go down. Everybody's saying hi to everybody, and I don't want to lose the stream. Okay. Where is everybody? Okay. Oh, and look at here. I know this person. I know this person. I bet you guys can't say you have a person you know by the name of Hoopla Malarkey Kogel. But she's pretty amazing kid. All right, let's see what I've got for you today. The energy, this is another thing that's going on right now. A lot of people might be feeling this. It's kind of like anxiety because you're anticipating something's coming, or you feel like something's going to happen, or like this big event. Well, it actually feels like a big world event going to happen, something not good in the next few weeks, not in particularly with one person anywhere. It's just going to be something that's going to be kind of like a smack. People who have like empathetic abilities, or, you know, I hate to use the words because it's like they're labels. I don't like using labels because it's different for everybody. But like even like Bex, you know, and Sean, they have that intuitive side. A lot of you here have been working on your intuitive sides, you know, and but we're feeling it. And I can't even tell you what it is. I just know it's kind of like PTSD rolled with stress, with anxiety, and you don't know why. So a lot of us are kind of quiet, and that's a good thing. So if you're feeling like that, just get quiet for a few days. I don't know what's coming. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. But I do know that whatever it is going to affect everybody some way or somehow. And I'm thinking like in the next 3 weeks or so. Anyway, okay, so you got a card today, and your card is the hummingbird. Well, I don't even have it right. There you go, the hummingbird. All right, so hummingbird. Okay, well, the hummingbird, and I've talked about the hummingbird before, and I love hummingbirds, and I actually saw the first hummingbird last week, and that's because I haven't been able to get outside a whole lot, but I actually saw one. And they're so fast, you know, people hear them and they whiz by your head, or they whiz by your ears, and you think they're a bee or a wasp, and a lot of times people go to swat them. And it's because their wings are so rapid, and they're very, think of a little kid who's hyper and can't stop moving, right? And this is what they're showing me for you. And the hummingbird goes about its business all day, busy, 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 all day long, at a really high pace, okay? And then when it starts to get dark and the temperature starts to go down, they either, wherever they're at, they'll either fall on the ground, you'll find them in a flower. If they have a nest built, you may find them in a nest. They're not dead, okay? But they appear to be lifeless when you pick them up. And what it is they're restoring their energy, okay? And they slow their heart rates down so low, it's almost undetectable, okay? So this is what I'm being shown for you, is you need to take that time that you're given when you're given to just slow down so that you'll regain energy. Because one of the things that's going to happen once whatever this event or this thing that's coming that everybody's feeling is they're going to be looking towards people like yourself, okay, to help them get through it, emotionally, spiritually. I don't want to say physically, but I also don't want to rule out physically, but it's like you need to take whatever time is given to you, or you need to make to slow down and just smell the roses, basically, you know, just downtime. It doesn't matter if you even do anything. It's just downtime for rest, because once this rest period's over, it's going to be like a freight train going down a track with no way to stop it. Okay. And that again is like the hummingbird, and it's like multiple places. So I feel like multiple places you'll be going to be able to assist with whatever this is. So take time out for yourself, Miss Hoopla. And that's your card today, is the hummingbird. All right. I hope that kind of made sense. I hope. Okay, so I'm going to move this down again a little bit. Ooh. Okay, now it went up here. Sorry, I'm looking and this thing's jumping like crazy all over. That's really cool, Margaret. You're seeing a lot of white feathers. That's definitely a message. You know, we all get different kinds of messages. A friend of mine for like a week straight was seeing the same numbers. I think it was 444, if I recall correctly. Everywhere she looked, there was 444. It was on license plates. It was on addresses. It was on sheets that she was working on, you know, paperwork and stuff, 444. And she kept seeing it all week. And she said, it's crazy. She says, I finally got to the point where I recognized that I was seeing it so much. And then when I told her, take that time, take a breath, and think what 444 means for you. And it did connect to someone. So yes, you know, you never know where it's coming from or who it's going to come from, but they do connect with us. And if we're aware enough, we'll see it. Okay, let's see. You're welcome, Marie Taylor. I keep wanting to say Taylor Marie. Okay, I'm going to give Shirley Pritchard a card. Absolutely 100%. I can give you a card. Hang on here. So yeah, it's really kind of cool. I've got something also that last week was a busy spiritual week. A lot of people need prayers. A lot of people had stuff going on, just oddball stuff going on. I was talking to a friend of mine who I haven't spoken to in a while, and we were using her Zoom to talk, and she goes, oh my gosh, and she videotaped something which I'll send over to Shauna. It was kind of bizarre. I still don't get how it happened, but it was kind of cool. So I'll give you guys that. Give Sean that Friday. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This card is coming up a lot. This card is coming up a lot lately. Okay, your card today is the praying mantis. Okay. Yours, though, with the praying mantis, they're a very unique insect creature. Sometimes you don't see them at all, and then some years they're everywhere you look. But this one's coming through for you because it's like about the work. This is what they keep saying to me. That it's about the work. It's about the work. It's about the work. It's something that you're doing right now or that you're involved with right now. Something you're working on. It might not be like a job work, but it's something you're working on. And what they keep saying is, tell her that it will occur, it will happen, she will reach the end to her goal. But sometimes things just take longer because you do them right, okay? And they're saying that's how you do work, that's how you approach life. You do it in the right fashion so that you don't have to go backwards to redo something that maybe you skimmed over or ran over really fast and didn't kind of pay attention to it. So this is about focus on getting the job done. Now, that represents the mantis because there's a queen mantis or several queens, whatever. But all the ones, it's kind of like the bee colony, right? The worker bees go out and do all the stuff and collect all the stuff and take care of the queen. And this is what they're talking about here. You have to do all the work in order to get, and the queen is representing your goal. But they're saying, you know, just keep working at it because it's coming. And I keep like getting like a month and a half is being whispered in my ear, like a month and a half is coming. Like, so whatever it is, you've been working on it for a while, and it's almost like you're getting tired of continually putting an input and more input, and keep working on it and keep looking at it from different angles. But just know you will reach the goal of either understanding it, of completion, of having it fulfilled. Okay, and that's your card today, is the praying mantis. And the praying mantis is actually all about luck too. It's about good luck. Same thing like crickets. Crickets are about, okay, that's an interesting sound. Sorry about that. Crickets are all about that kind of thing too. They're about luck. So I hope that kind of, hopefully, Shirley, it made a little sense to you. And yeah, just keep working on it. It's going to happen. You just have to take a little time to get there. All right. So let me see here. All right. Let me give you a card. And of course, somebody's banging across the street, so I apologize for that. Just when you think you're by yourself, right? Okay, Margaret, let's see what I can get for you today. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you guys don't forget, you know, share, like, and follow the kids' posts over on Ghost Dimension and become part of the family. We're on Facebook and they're on YouTube as well. So, all right, here's the card I have for you today, ma'am, and it is the loon. Okay, I actually heard these last night and this morning, which the weather actually has changed probably about 2 weeks ago up here. Our trees are actually starting to change into fall colors already, which is really wild. And then last week was like 100 degrees here. And so the loons and the critters don't really know what's going on. They're just as much stymied as we are. So the loon represents, number 1, peace and tranquility, okay? Number 2 is about your voice. The loon has a song. It has a very unique voice. It has a very unique sound that people hear. They know it's a loon, right? So what I'm being told for you is you need to have your communications kind of settle a little bit, because it's not your, okay, they're saying it's like not your true voice that's being heard. So you need to kind of shake it off, you know, a little bit, take your time, take a breath. And then when you go to communicate whatever this is again, people will understand in a more clear way, a more, an easier way. It's kind of almost like scattered right now. When I like focus into your energy right now, it's like a little scattered. It's a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here. And the loon brings about, like I said, peace and calm. So no matter how it is that gets you to that space of taking that deep breath and just kind of calming yourself a little bit, you'll be able to focus more on what it is you need to focus on. Okay, does that make sense? Even if it's taking 5 minutes just to sit and take, you know, a few breaths deep in, hold it and let it out, just to kind of cleanse that stuff. Because I feel like, again, I'm feeling a little scattered and a little chaotic, but it's around you. And because it's so much of it around you, it's kind of affecting you. So you need to kind of get your mojo back by just kind of bringing it down a level energy-wise and smooth and calm. And then you'll be able to be more focused on what you need to be, and you'll be able to see the answers that you're looking for whatever it is. Okay, Margaret, that's your card today. It is the loon. I love loons. I wish we had more of them here on the lake, but I'm grateful for what I have. Okay, so, right. Yoda, yes, you can have a card. Let me just move this a little bit so I don't lose everything. All right. Pixie, I see you. I'll get you a card as well in a minute, okay? Oh, I heard Lord Grandpa B. Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. All right, you guys stick and hang on, and let's get some cards here. Okay, first I'm going to do Yoda. Okay, and then I'll do Pixie. We'll get you in too. Okay. All right, hang on. Okay, Yoda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so this is a good card too. Your card today is the spider. Okay, this is representing for you. Kind of ties in like with the dream catcher too, because that's where the story comes from. But the spider is all about, for you right now, it's about creating. It's about ideas and things that you kind of want to do. It's like kind of coming into place. You kind of got an idea of what you want to do and how you want to do it. So this is actually about weaving your story, and that's what they're showing me with the web. You're at the center of that web, so you can create it, make it strong. You can make it as big or small as you want. You don't have to reach out to millions, or you can reach out to millions, okay? But this is all about kind of like the road you're taking right now, the things you're doing right now, because it feels like almost like a little bit of an altered path, and it's cool. It's really cool. And they want you to know that everything for you moving forward, okay, you can create. You can do it. It's in the realm of possibility. Nothing's impossible unless you really give up on it. And they're saying as much as you put into it, you'll get double back, okay? I'm also having a woman right now who's stepping forward. At first I thought it wasn't, but it is. And she's actually got, okay, this is just weird, but she's drawing attention to it, is a half apron. So in other words, an apron that goes around your waist, right? And hangs down, and it's got, and she's very particular with the color, okay? The outside rim of the apron and the strings of the apron are orange. The inside of the apron is kind of cream, and it's got kind of flowers on, yellow flowers, almost like Lazy Susans. It's kind of like a pattern on it. Anyway, don't know if that means anything to you, but she stepped forward. She is an older woman, but she's not that old. She's giving me the age 68, or the year 68, 1968. She's giving me a year of 68. So I'm not sure if that means her age or the time she passed or what, but she's like right here, and she's laughing at me right now, and she's turning, walking back to the kitchen, and it's like she's, I want to say it looks almost like she's baking bread. I don't know. She's laughing at me anyway, but whoever this is, I hope you can connect with them. I'm going to leave you with that because I'm on here right now and we want to get some more people read. But whatever you can do, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to set your mind to do right now, it's an opportune time for you. So it'll be as big or as grand or as small and intimate as you want. Okay? Great card. Great card. So that's for you, Mr. Yoda. Love you tons. Okay. Pixie Long. I'd like a card too. You know what I'd like? I'd like a, ooh, I don't want to use that one yet. I'd like to have a card that was a ticket from a winning lottery and I could share with everybody, right? Somebody the other day says, oh, I don't play the lottery. I go, I don't either, but it still would be nice to have that money. All right. And I'm just teasing with him as Pixie. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. you got one of my favorite cards, and it is the horse. And oh, we have two. Another one just flew out. So, okay, I'll give you the first one. Okay, you have the horse, and you have the desert wolf. Okay, and the desert wolf represents the coyote. Okay, so these two cards together, okay, are, and because the one is going first, I'll tell you exactly what that is. Okay, so the horse is about, interesting. Okay, so the horse in your case is representing pride. Okay, there's a lot of things you should be proud of, and some things that you're really not acknowledging that you've done or accomplished with your life, and things that are going on, or maybe even involved with the people that are around you. You should be proud of what you do and proud of how you go about doing it. And they're telling me, okay, in this particular, this horse, right, is actually out of the stall. Sometimes it means something and sometimes it doesn't, but this, in your case, they're like, you're like ready to go. You're got some things you want to get done, things that you want to take care of, and this is the opportune time to do it. This is letting the horse out of the barn and letting it run free. Okay, now by letting it run free, it means this is a really good opportune time for you to accomplish. There's like 2 or 3 things that you've got that you really want to take care of. And it's more take care of, they're saying, than it's not, well, it is a goal because you want to take care of it, but it's like more things that you got to take care of. And this is the opportune time to do it. The things will fall in place. Okay, so the desert rose, or the desert wolf, I call them a desert rose too. This is about coyotes are a couple things. They're very interesting and resilient animals, and this is about your resiliency to pick up and move forward. This is also about making sure your energy, the desert wolf represents the south, which also represents feminine energy. So this is about making sure you have the balance between feminine and masculine energy, and we all carry both energies, but we need to learn how to walk the path so that we can weave in and out of both sides easily without unbalancing ourselves and staying on one side or the other, if that makes sense. It's also kind of about light and dark, and I also feel, okay, yeah, coyote, and I know you'll understand this, coyote also represents Kokopelli. And for those of you who don't know, it's Kokopelli is a spirit within the Native community, and he plays a flute, and he's known as a trickster, okay? And one of the big jokes that when I was younger, we all used to laugh because everybody wanted, when they went to powwows or they'd go to down south to where the Native Americans sell their artwork or stuff, they'd want stuff with Kokopelli on it. Well, Kokopelli also is like Pan. It's like the coyote. It's a trickster, okay? And I keep feeling that there's a, as you're trying to get things accomplished, someone is kind of trying to lead you in the wrong direction with stuff. So be really cautious with who you involve yourself with to get what you need accomplished, because there's ulterior motives that I'm hearing behind it. And it's like, you need to see through it. It's just kind of a heads up. Yeah, so those are your cards. You actually got 2. So again, it is the horse and the coyote, okay? The desert wolf. Okay, now it's time for the big water jug. Na. Yep, I've loved Batman forever. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna slide down the post here. Ooh-doo-doo-doo. I hope that Grandpa Bernie is doing well. I'm sorry I have not got a hold of you. I'm just as bad because I've just been not there. Thank you for the super sticker, Miss Mel. I love you. Kimberly Frazier, I see you. Okay, I'm going down. I'm trying to. Oh, yes. Okay. Ms. Janet Butterworth, you actually can get a card from me. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of moving down this really slow. And again, thanks, Mel, for that super sticker. The kids will make sure Sean and Bex will make sure. I'm sorry, I don't mean to call them the kids all the time. Okay, and oh, they are kind of like my kids. As Sean and Bex is listening to this, you know what? I don't even remember. I mean, I remember we did radio show and stuff. I don't even remember how I got in touch with you guys for just like, it seems like years now. It was like back in 2018 or beginning of 2018, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you can't make this up either. See, there's a lot going on in the universe right now. And so your card came up today, and I just shuffled them really well. Again, is the praying mantis. They show me what they need to show me. Okay, so with you, okay, I feel that like, okay, so what they're showing me is like a little bit of overwhelmed, like you've got all this work to do. And again, the praying mantis is really a good thing. It's a good luck sign. It's a thing of accomplishment, you know, that has all these other mantises working around them to take care of them and be good with them and whatever. Okay, get what they need. And what I'm seeing with you is it's kind of like a overwhelming feeling of, you just feel you got so much to do and you don't know how you're going to get it all done. And it's like, kind of like, I don't want to really say chaotic, but it's like all over the place. And you don't, and if I'm wrong, but what they're showing me is like, you almost don't know where to start in order to get things back to a sense of order for yourself. So the praying mantis is basically telling you just to kind of center yourself. And then if you need help accomplishing whatever this is that you're trying to get finished, ask for help from your team, from your community. By team, I mean your team of people that are in your sacred circle. You know, even if it's just to listen to you, to vent, you need to take that time, because if you don't take that time, and this goes back to prayer. Okay, I know it's the praying mantis, right? But they are saying this goes back to prayer. And by prayer, I mean kind of whatever it floats your boat to your spiritual end, whatever kind of can get you calm. Okay, but you need to take the time for yourself to feed that spiritual need. Once you do that, things will kind of calm down a little bit, and you'll be able to do what you need to do in your, and this is like your world. I feel like everything's just swirling. But you need to do that and connect with the proper people that will help you. There's no judgment there. You know, there's no judgment. When we need help, we need to speak up and say we need help, okay? Because why are we any better than anybody else that may be asking for help, right? We can ask for help. That was a hard lesson I had to learn back a few years ago, but I live my life like that. Like, I don't need help. I don't need help. I don't need help. And then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, you're down, exhausted, and things are out of focus, and you just don't know what's going on. And it's because we use our part of our brain that has the ego. And I don't mean ego like egotistical, but it's like, I don't need to ask anybody. And this is what I'm firmly getting with you, is you need to include more people, because it's almost like you're holding all this stuff in, like old stuff, sad stuff, stuff you're concerned about. And what I'm being shown is, you know, you need your community to help you with that. And again, it may be just a friend listening to you. I'm not really sure what this is going on, but take that time, even if it's a moment, to step outside and just take a few deep breaths and sit there and clear your head. Okay, that's what they're saying for you today, Janet, and I hope that resonates with you. And I will keep you all in my prayers, okay? All right, so let me go down a little bit more. Mel, what are you up to? Demon and Kimberly, yeah. This is a definite for me, Pete. I definitely say that. Prayers sent for everyone affected in Hurricane Ida. I know a few friends of mine that are down there, and it is not great down there right now. So yes, indeed. Everybody take a thought or a prayer and put it out to the universe for all the people that got hit by Hurricane Ida. Thanks, Pete. I really appreciate you bringing that up. Okay. All righty. Shuffle them up. Oh, you're getting two today. What's going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, this one's kind of got a tie to it here. Okay, so the first card, as I shuffled, kind of flew off the middle of the deck, and that is the parrot. Okay, the second card, which was the 7th card, this doesn't always happen, but it has a couple times today already, is the dragonfly. Okay, so here's the thing. Do you know the meanings between the two? Okay, so first, the parrot came down, correct? Parrot came down. Parrot is, this is my little buddy Jojo down in Florida, the Cesario's parrot. I should make one with Pip and Mango on it next. Anyway, the parrot represents communication, okay? And this is about, for you, I feel like, I just feel like, oh, this is like opening, and this is where like the communication comes from, right? And it's like coming from there, and it's coming from your heart, and you're able to communicate better. And what this is saying is the dragonfly is the keeper of mystery in the in-between. So they're actually messengers of the in-between. So they go to the spirit world and they come back to our world, okay? And they bring messages. And the communication is the parrot, okay, that can speak those truths and hear those truths, okay? So what this is definitely saying to me is that there are messages coming to you, that you are more open to them, and that you opened that part of you, I guess I would say, that is able to understand those messages better. And because you've kind of opened that chakra, the throat chakra or whatever they call it, it's allowing you to grow that way, right? So you're getting connected more, you're with the spirit realm, you're receiving messages better. And what this does is it helps us in our everyday life as well. And this is really, really a powerful 2-pack here, okay? Because this means that spirit knows you're doing this, and it's connecting with you, and that you are connecting with the other side. So I don't know what you're doing right now, but it's good. And keep listening to those messages from spirit, okay? I hope that resonates with you. Okay, so I have Kimberly Frazier. Hi, Kimberly Frazier. I don't know if you all know that, but that's my first name is Kimberly in English. Yep, Kimberly. Only one that could call me that was my mom. All righty. Always crack me up too when I be in school and you go to color in the little black things when you're having tests that had to go to the government, you know, like SATs or whatever. I always had to fill up the little, and I never had enough room for my name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, this is a nice card too. Let me get a drink here. Okay, so this card is the white buffalo. Now, some of you may know about the white buffalo. Some of you may not know about the white buffalo. The white buffalo is very sacred among the native culture. Knocking everything over here, I am. Sorry about that. And you'll see like a white buffalo, or you'll see a white eagle, or a white lion. These are all very spiritually mystic creatures, I guess I'll say. And the white buffalo for the native tribes brings hope, and it brings positives into your world for the future, okay? it tells of a story. It's very rare that you'll see a white animal, solid white that isn't normally white, but they do occur. And when they occur, they're very rare. So the white buffalo came within the native tribes to teach them how to be better. Okay. White calf buffalo woman was a story that really kind of propelled the white buffalo up. And it was a woman that died from a bad way, and she came back in the form of the buffalo to teach, the white buffalo, to teach people how to be better to each other and how to move forward in positives. So this showing up today for you, Kimberly, is a good sign. This is about kind of everything that, okay, so it's kind of like the totality of what you've done in your life right now, up to the point you are at right now, and that the spirit world and the realms, the angelic realm, and what other realm? The angelic realm, but they're bringing in the winged ones. So the winged ones are all the birds and the fly. That's what the winged ones are. And I'm actually seeing the white raven. So this is a very mystical and good event for you. But they're also telling you that they're recognizing everything you've done to this point, good, bad, and indifferent, okay? But they're trying to remind you that everything you do has a result. Everything you do and choose and how you choose to do it has a result, okay? And going forward, that everything is blessings for you. And they're telling you to count your blessings, not in a negative way, like not saying, oh, count your blessings. No, they're saying really look at how blessed your life is and the good things that are in your life. And it's kind of making reference to all the things you've been through. And I want to say, as a woman, okay, as a young woman, and this is, again, what the white buffalo brings through. But know that your strength will carry you through and that they've got your back in the spirit world and they're helping you move through things. Even if it's a difficult thing and you don't think you have enough to do it, they're saying you do. Whatever it is, you do have the strength and you have the knowledge base to do it. And all you have to do is speak to the spirit world and ask them, your ancestors, for their help, and they will help you. They will continue to help you and wrap you with like good light and just good positive things. So that is your card today, and that is the white buffalo. Okay, all right, okay, I'm coming down here. Okay, I gotta read this on the big screen because my eyes don't tell me what it is. Think finding a way through grief, seeing a lot of dragonflies around me and big Welsh dragons on trucks. Oh, that's cool. Well, you know, you're mentioning dragons, and when I look at your energy field, I see a red dragon in particular, and I don't know why, but this red dragon is associated with you, okay? It's almost like your spirit helper, I guess you call it. You know, some people, like, I call them totems sometimes, but I feel this red dragon's around you, and it's got like, it's red and it's really quite beautiful, and it's got kind of like brushed gold on it, and he's just like, he's not on the ground, he's just kind of flying, making circles around you. So this would be like a spirit guide for you, I guess. Yeah, dragonflies, I can tell you this, all my life I've seen dragonflies, and it's because I connect with spirit, and there are dragonflies that show up, and they always show up for a reason. I know you can go out and see dragonflies, but if you're sitting out there and like your attention is specifically drawn to them or they land on you, it's a specific reason, and this can only be related to what you associate them with, correct? But dragonflies are really cool. But it's really cool that you got a red dragon around you, Kay. I think that's really cool. Okay, now I gotta go back on my eyes again. Sorry. Okay. I am really glad, Marie Taylor, or Taylor Marie. Hi, Patty. How are you? I see you had little ones that you were running around with last week. How cool is that? Okay. Pete Skaggs, good question. Okay, first of all, here's the things, and actually this is really funny, not funny, haha, but odd, I guess, or quirky. Curses, okay, first of all, you have to really believe that whoever did this curse on you, and you have to believe what they're doing. If you believe what they're doing, it's going to affect you. That's number one, okay? Number two is, okay, when you have something that's not good that comes around you, you kind of imagine in your head and you fabricate in your mind, okay, a protection around yourself. I like to put like a black mesh with gold all over it. And what it does is it collects the negative, and it sends it back 100-fold. Okay. I do this often because of the kind of work I do, not necessarily just for curses, but for people that I work with. You know, you never know what they're carrying or attachments they may have. And it's this is very rare that it happens, but I have had people get hold of me, you know, they feel they're cursed. Okay, so you have to go out and you really have to cleanse yourself. And by cleansing, I would say smudge yourself so that you completely have white sage around you and have it smudged. If you have someone that you know within the native culture, they can do it. A Reiki healer can probably do it as well. And what you do is you send it back 100-fold. Okay. Never had a problem. I have had people over the years do stuff to me or try to do stuff to me. I actually had a medicine woman who, and this was when I was really young, touched me with a feather when I was in my 30s. And said she was giving me a blessing, and she had smoke and stuff that she said was smudged, which later on I realized was not. And she touched me with a feather. And for the next month and a half, I was really sick. I was really, really ill. Nobody could figure out what was making me so sick. I was exhausted. And then I realized not only had she touched me with a feather, but she had given me crystals to take back with me, like as a gift. So I had to like put the crystals in salt, set them out under the moon, smudge them, wash them, let water run all over them. Then I had to go to one of my elders and I literally had to have them smudge me. Okay. And after that, I was clear. I was clean and I didn't have any more problems. And I'm not saying this stuff can't happen, because it can. But when you do, you seek somebody that, like if you were near me, you live near me, you could call me up and I'd be happy to smudge you, you know, and help you get rid of whatever you think you have, the attachment you think you have. But the best thing that you can do on your own, starting first, is go outside, cleanse yourself with sage, white sage, and then in your mind's eye, put a protection around you, say a prayer or whatever you want to say, you know, in words, whatever words you want to use to put around you to keep you safe. And that's it. And then don't give it another thought, because if you're giving it thought, you're giving it energy, and you're giving it energy, it grows. Make sense? I hope that does, and I hope that kind of answered your question. Good question, though, Pete. Thank you for that. Thank you for spending a little bit of time here. Okay. All right. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love crystals. I don't know if you can see. I've got them all around. They're up on the window and stuff. I have crystals of all kinds around me. Okay, hang it. Oh, it just went all the way up. Cullum's here. Hi, Cullum. And Master Yoda and Demon and Mel sent stickers again. I'm sorry. You're very welcome, Janet. I hope that resonated with you anyway. Okay, so, all right, let me go. Deb. Is this Deb Diver? I can give you a card. Oh, that's a cute cat. You got two. Oh, kittens, cats, animals, critters. Oh, gotta put that one back in. Hang on here. This is like really weird. These cards got a mind of their own. They do. Hang on, I'm going to run this shuffle one more time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, you got, what's going on with you, girl? You have the badger. Okay, these are fierce little creatures, okay? And one thing I can tell you, I wouldn't want to go up against one and scare it. Badgers dig in and they won't move. They dig in, or if you get them cornered, they'll attack and they don't let go. Okay, so there's something going on with you right now or around you that will almost feel like somebody's trying to like make you choose a side. They keep saying, choose a side, choose a side. And you're like firmly planted between the two, and it's almost like these two people are like, I want, what they said is they're sniping at each other. So it's like, you know, be like me and my sister when my sister was still alive. She would always be crabbing at me and I'd crab back. She'd crab at me, I'd crab back. And then my mom would step in and say, stop. Okay, this is what I feel they're showing me. And it's like you're standing there kind of holding everybody back. And it's like, don't piss off the badger, okay? And you're the badger in this case because you're the sound of reason. You're actually the one that will calm down and figure it out. And you're the one to show them that it's kind of bonkers what they're doing and it's irrelevant what they're doing. It's just silly. It's like silly, nothing stuff. You know, like my sister, this is what they're kind of showing me, how these two are going back and forth. It would be like my sister when she was here, she'd go, oh, you always get everything, because she was like 18 years older than I was. You always get everything because you're the baby. I said, then I'd go back to her and I'd say, yeah, well, I was adopted. You were just had. Okay, so it's that kind of sniping that's going on with these two people, and it needs to stop. Because it's making a bleed over in your world, okay? So it's frustrating you, it's agitating you. I'm getting a time of like a week and a half. So within the week and a half, it'll either come up or you'll have to deal with it. But that's what I've got for you today, Deb. But you know what? Stick to your guns, man. Badgers are awesome. Just don't want to be on the bad side of them, okay? All right, Deb. It's good to see you here. Thank you. And I see more stickers, and I'm sure the kids have. You bet. Yoda, no problem. You bet, Demon, no problem. Okay, now I'm going to go down a little bit. Okay. You're welcome, Kimberly. Pete, if this is for me, you can message me at my, actually, let me just pull it up, and I'll put it in the thing here. You can message me. I'll put my link in there. Just message me on that page and I'll get hold of you. Okay? That's posting. Hi, Cullum. I like seeing Cullum here. Bethany Oliver. Absolutely. 100%. You're new here? Well, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Yeah, let's see what I can get for you. I like that name, Bethany. That's a pretty name. I got a couple friends with that name. It's just a really unique, beautiful name. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You got a cool card. You got a cool card because it's a bear. It's the polar bear. Okay. So, the polar bear is a little different than the other bears because the brown bear, or just the bear, the grizzlies, whatever, represent the West. The polar bear represents the polar opposite, no pun intended, of what the bear symbolizes. So the polar bear is about taking a break. It's about hibernation in this time of year. It's about kind of getting where you need to go and storing up enough energy to do it. I know that sounds crazy. It's also about the long haul. I keep hearing the long haul. So if you know the stories of how polar bears are, and especially now with the ice caps all melting and a lot of the cold areas where they used to roam are melting and going away, it's harder for them to survive. It's harder for their young to survive because they can be out in the water for days without seeing ice now, and it's kind of a scary thing. So this is about not tying up loose ends. It's about you coming into this place in your life, or the place you're in right now at the moment, and it's like you have all this stuff that you have to do now. So it's like you went from the starting position of planning stuff to the next position of, okay, I'm ready now, to, okay, now I have to do this. And the polar bear will teach you strength. It will teach you resilience. It will teach you how to make the most of whatever situation if it's not as good as you want it to be. So you can ask the polar bear energy to help you. You can ask your ancestors to assist you with this. And it's not that the stuff that's going on with you right now is bad at all. It's just something that you're coming into this kind of this thing. I want to say like the next 3 or 4 months you'll be doing this, and it's going to be taking care of business, getting ready to move into the next step. And the polar bear, like I said, they're very resilient. They're very resourceful. They're very strong and capable. And this is what I'm being told to tell you. And if you need assistance, you know, you have to remember, and I tell people this all the time, like I said about my dad, you know, watching a ball game with him this weekend, which actually blew my mind. See, you can always teach a new old bear new tricks. But it's about asking your spirit family or your spirit guides or just angels or Creator God or Buddha or the divine goddess Athena. It doesn't matter who it is that you resonate with, but ask them for help and they will help you. And this isn't anything bad that you're going into right now. It's actually just a creative time for you. And by creative, I mean it's a time to get things done. Okay, so that is your card today, Bethany. And I hope that resonated with you a little bit. Okay, got to put my glasses on again because I can't see, because I am an old bear. Okay, so we're going to go down columns, like busy here, column. Oh, good job, column. I used to have jobs like that. Do all your work and everybody else is in 4 hours. That's rough. Give yourself a break and sit out and get a fresh air breath. Oh. Well, I'm okay. So this is a twofold thing, and I don't usually get into this, but having worked where I did at Children's Hospital up in ICU and stuff, and working with the pharmacy there and the inpatients there and everything, you will not feel great sometimes. People that get these jabs, depending on what one they get, you will feel a little under the weather, but it's not just COVID jabs. Any vaccine does the same thing. If you ever recall taking your kids, if you have kids in to get their vaccines in, you know, they'll tell you, okay, well, you know, we're giving them this. They may have a little bit of a fever. They may have, that's what it is. Okay. So take care of yourself, drink a lot of fluids. I'm very proud that you got your shot. And I've got mine, and you know, that's your choice, and I'm very happy. Just take care of yourself, and it'll be okay. You'll get through it. It's not like having the real stuff. I had the real stuff, and you don't want it. It's 2.5 weeks. All right, but I will keep you in my prayers, okay? All right, so I'm going down a little bit more. Woo. Okay, Deb, Mel. Mel, you're awful quiet today. Why are you so quiet today? There I go again. Dang it. Okay. All right. All right. Anybody else that I have missed? Deb, I gave you a card. I did. Oh, there's Rihanna. Hi, Rihanna. I hope you're doing well. And hi, Amanda Kate. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to roll down a little bit more. There's like, oh, yeah, sure. Candace Smith, much love back to you. Thank you for stopping in. Amanda Kate, can I have a card? I give you a card. Hang on here. All righty. Sometimes the cards want to do what they want to do. 6 and 7. Okay, let me get a drink of water because I'm choking. No water in there. Okay, your card today is the frog. Okay, and I actually saw a bunch of baby frogs jumping around out by the edge of the lake this morning. Okay, so frog brings talking about cycles. Frog brings in about growth. Frog brings about restoring yourself and kind of renewal. Okay, and frog brings about land and water so that it's adaptable between the two, water and land. But with you today, I want to say it's about cycles. Excuse me. So what they're telling you, okay, the cycles, okay. So you think of a frog. Frog goes from egg to tadpole to sort of a frog, still has a tail, but it's still in the water, but sometimes it comes out of land, but not often. And then eventually it gets to the point of the tail's gone and it can do what it needs to do in the water or on land, okay? So this is about cycles for you. And what I'm being told for you today is for you to be reminded not to get stuck in the same cycle. Believe it or not, unlike the frogs, we have the ability to switch directions in a cycle. Okay, so I like to explain it like a cog of a wheel. You know what a cog in a wheel is? It's like got all the nuts and bolts and things fit into it. And, or you can think of it as a wheel on a bike with the spokes, right? And they turn and they turn and they turn. Well, sometimes, like with a computer, you can reprogram it. So you pull that chip out and you say, okay, I don't want to do it this way anymore. I want to do my life a different way. So sometimes things that have bogged you down, weighed you down, got you kind of feeling like you're stuck. What we need to do then as humans is we need to make a conscious effort to look at that cycle we're in and pull the plug on one part of it and put something new in to switch it up. I feel like this has been going on with you for a while. They're giving me 3, so I'm saying maybe 3 years. But you have the ability to change it up. You just have to actually do it and recognize that you are in charge of you. Often I say to people who say, oh, look at that person. They're really, you know, ha, 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 they don't have a job or, you know, whatever, or, you know, they're really old or, you know, oh, yeah, they've got problems. Like, yeah, sure they do, because they can't see the physical problems or the health issues because it's not outside. It's not like a broken arm or a leg. It's like, you know what? You can't judge people till you walk in your own shoes, right? In their shoes. So part of what I'm seeing for you is you have to recognize that if you want a different pair of shoes on, metaphorically, it's up to you to make that change. It's up to all of us. If we get stuck, it's up to all of us to stand up and make that change needed for our life to continue in a positive way. And it's very refreshing. It's really revitalizing, okay? And it's renewal, okay? And this is the point I feel you're at right now with a lot of things that are going on with you or just your life kind of sort of in general. And it's not that it's bad, but it's like I keep feeling like you're in a rut, stuck in the mud. So it's up to you to make that choice and recognize that you're able to do it, to change that path of ritualistically going around in the same way. Okay, so everything you know, I explain it sometimes like, okay, so we get up in the morning, we go to the bathroom, we set the coffee maker, or in my case, the tea, the hot water. I go around and I feed the cats, then I feed my birds, then I feed the aquarium. By then, my pot is done on the counter, so I make my cup of tea. Okay, that's a ritual. Okay, so if it's same day in, day out, the same thing on Tuesday, the same thing on Wednesday, your days go by and you want it to change, that's how you're going to change it. You're going to change it by recognizing that you have the ability to do so. And we all have the ability to do so. And I know even with me, sometimes it's really hard because you just don't want to give it the energy. But I guarantee if you do it, it will change and it will bring renewal. And that's what your card is today, is the frog. I hope that resonates a little bit with you. All right, I'm going to go down the line here. Yep, I'm looking. Sorry, I'm backwards here. Candace, thank you. Yep. Okay, Lisa. I will give Lisa a card. Let me shuffle them up. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I don't know if you've ever seen these creatures. I have. I had one out front of my house, actually a pair out of my house about 3 years ago, and it was kind of amazing to watch them do their little work. And your card today is the beaver. Okay, I got to tilt it the other way so it's backwards. Okay, there you go. The beaver. Okay, the beaver speaks to us about foundations with you today, and foundations that need repair. And the beaver goes in, and they're actually amazing to watch. And they actually come out of the water and they look around to see if anybody's around or something's around that's going to interfere with them. And they walk to the trees, and the trees they cut down, I was amazed how many trees they got down so quick. But the trees they took were dead trees. Okay. And people always think, oh, beavers are doing this and that. They actually do build dams and they build their houses, but they utilize what nature provides them. And most of the time when the dams are on the water, there's a reason that they build them there. And it's a nature's reason, like the water needs to stay up there for a while because everything's drying out, or it's too much up there. And so we move it to a lower section where the water will flow. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing for you is it's time to kind of shore up your foundations, okay? To kind of really look at your sacred circle, your kind of what you do for you, okay? And it's about cleaning house, okay? And then filling in the cracks that you want to keep, okay? It's kind of like doing maintenance on yourself, right? Spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever, okay? And you go in and you take the stuff out that you don't need, and you patch up the stuff, and this is what they do with their tails. They patch everything up with mud, and they take out the stuff that doesn't work anymore or isn't useful for them anymore. This is where you're at a point right now. This is a point that you are in your life right now that you need to do. So it's kind of like personal housekeeping, I guess would be a good way to put it. And it's nothing bad. It's nothing good. It's just get rid of what you don't want anymore or you don't utilize anymore in your life. It can't even be people or relationships. It can be, part of a job. Just put it to the side and let it go. Then by doing so, you make room for better things and new things to come in, and you have that positive flow. And by the positive flow, like I'm seeing, okay, we build a dam over there and the water kind of redirects itself and it's doing what it's supposed to do. So that's your card tonight, Lisa, and I hope you enjoyed it. The beaver. I love beavers. They're so cool. Okay. I'm going down. Oh, if I had my glasses on, I'd be able to see better, huh? Okay. Call them you're busy. That's good you're busy. I'm glad you're busy. I don't actually understand. Oh, this I'm giving readings for people, spiritual readings for them. Thank you for stopping in though, Michael. I appreciate it. It kind of gives the kids a break for Tuesday. That's all. Let's see. I'm going down a little bit here. Oh, Candace, I lost you. Hang on. I saw it. Hang on, Candace. I will get you. I got to find you up here again. Oh, for crying out loud. Michael, there's no question, silly. I don't mind you asking. Okay, here, I got you. No, yeah, no, really, Michael Clayton, I don't, it's not silly. If you don't know, I work with the kids once in a while doing stuff, and I'm a spiritual medium, and I like to give back to people. So we come on here, and Lee comes on tomorrow, and we just give back to the Ghost Dimension family because we're all one big happy family. That's all. But I appreciate you asking. Never a silly question. Okay, let me see what we have with Miss Candace Smith. Okay, what do you think, Mango? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so you have the winged ones, okay? The winged ones, the birds, the eagles. This is actually an eagle GIF I created, painting from, was flying overhead on the lake. The winged ones. Okay, so, okay. Yep. Okay, so there's some things that have been kind of on your mind, and you've been kind of putting out there to the universe, to God Creator, to the realms, and you're kind of hoping for answers and responses for whatever is going on with you. And I'm being told to tell you the winged ones are over you and watching you and making sure those messages are reached to where they need to be. I also feel like kind of, I don't really want to say overwhelmed, because I don't feel overwhelmed with you with this. I feel almost like a kind of a sadness or reserved about something, like you're really reserved about something going on and you're just not sure how to cope with it, they're telling me, or deal with it. Just know that your prayers, okay, are heard and they will be answered. And you will have insight to be able to move through in positives. Your spirit family has got you, which is, you know, ancestors that walked before us, or the people that walked with you during your lifetime that have transitioned to the other side, because it's all about energy. Okay, we are energy. That's what we are. And when we transition, it's about energy. But I'm being told it's okay, and that it's okay for you to, this is a really different energy, to feel what you're feeling right now. It's okay, but they've got you. And you need to know that they are around you and they will lift you. Okay, so by lifting you, I mean they'll lift you up. You will get through whatever this is. It's kind of a trying time I'm getting right now. I don't know if this is resonating or not, but they've got you surrounded, and it's like they're giving you this big universal hug from all these different realms. Okay, and that's what I'm getting for you today. And you take care of yourself and be well. Okay, it's the winged ones, Miss Candace. I like that name too. Okay, so here you go. Oh, Okay, I'm not laughing at your borderline per se. I'm not laughing at that, but I'm glad it makes sense. That's always good. I don't even remember what I told you at this point, but okay. I love you, Cullum. All right, Michael. Okay, that's okay. Like I said, thank you, Rihanna. Okay. Okay, Michael Clayton, I will give you a card because I know I'm over Sean and Bex. You guys can go to bed if you want or do what you want. I'm just gonna give Michael a card here because it's actually cool today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Nope. And I knocked the speaker off again. Here we go. Okay, so your card is the doe. Okay, now the doe is all about nurturing nurturing side of our nature. Okay, sometimes as a parent or as someone that is taking care of someone else or whatever, it's like we're always giving to everybody else. And we forget to kind of hold some back for us, okay? And this is what the doe is manifesting right now for you. It's about taking care of self, okay? And I'm being told, okay. All right, so it's about taking care of the people that are around you and taking care of yourself and finding that balance within, okay? Kind of like what I said, we can't really judge other people unless we're walking in their shoes. Okay, so we really don't know. We don't know their pains, we don't know their fears, we don't know anything. We can surmise or we can judge, but you really can't know. And this is about nurturing yourself and nurturing other people in a gentler way for you. Okay, and this isn't a judgment. This is just what they're showing with you. Okay. Yeah, okay. And I feel that there's an older woman and a younger woman that are around you that are here in life today. That want to be understood a little differently. So in other words, don't just listen to them, hear them, okay? And by doing so, they're saying it'll smooth things out. Smooth. Like they just put a sheet on a bed and how you rub your hand over it to put the fitted sheet on. But it'll go a long way if you hear them when you're listening to them. And I know that sounds like a double, whatever that word was in English, but sometimes we listen to people, but we don't really hear them, right? I do. There's some people that drive me crazy, and they're in my ear all the time, and I'm listening to them. But then when I stop and take that breath and hear it, then I understand a better way to approach it. And that's what I've been given for you today, Michael. And you have a blessed day. And thanks for staying and hanging out today. Okay, let's see. I don't want to leave everybody if I've got something down. Okay. All righty. I think that is it. All right. You're very welcome, Candace. No problem at all. I'm glad and thank you all for being here today. So I've gone almost an hour and a half. Ha ha, Bex. Not only did I go on early, I stayed late today. So from a bear's cave to all of you out there, I love you and keep you in my thoughts and prayers all the time. And until next time, thanks for coming here and spending time with the Ghost Dimension family. We love you all. Thank you for tuning in today, and make sure to share, like, and subscribe to us and become part of the Ghost Dimension family here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. My name is Bear Medicine Walker, and I approve of this message.
Hello and welcome. I'm Bex. And I'm Sean, and together we are Ghost Dimension, a paranormal investigative show that explores the most haunted locations in the world. You can watch us on
Amazon,
Pluto TV,
also the Roku channel.
or even our own YouTube channel. So please make sure you tune in, check it out, or visit our website at www.ghostdimension.co.uk. And let's see you all very soon.